Hello, I have a new finished project to share with you guys. This is in the fairy realm, so it may not be for everybody, but I have finished it and I love the way they've turned out. This is for the glitzy fairy kind of liking person. So let me show you what I've come up with. I used to make many years ago, I used to make fairy houses and sell them, indoor fairy houses, and sell them on Etsy. So it was kind of nostalgic for me. And let me, sorry, I just have to get rid of one little thread. Okay. So this is what I've come up with. And it is a project share. It's not a journal, but I am still making a grungy journal. So this is what it is. It sits tall, about 13 inches. This is the top, and you see the cone. And if you can take a peek on the inside, let me just remove her. There is a loose leaf that she sits on, but there's an actual indoor scene. Let me bring it up a little bit if you can see that. And that is a digital that I used, and I just love how that turned out. I used paper mache and lots of different paints, lots of glitz and beads and glass micro beads and leaves. And let's see, on the sides, I've created this wood-like surface with a little bit of pink tone. There's a mushroom with a little plastic butterfly on there. I'm just trying to get all the details in as much as I can. And that's the door. And there's just a lot of detail and a lot of bling, a lot of beads. So took me a while. Let me get this just right so I can bring her up to you. She is a little fairy. She can bend, but it's not a toy. She is holding her very own little, clutching in her arms, her very own little journal. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it is a real little journal that I made. It's not, it doesn't have things inside, it's just paper. But she's a little bit of a diva. That's how she turned out to me. She's got a butterfly on her little bouffant hair there. And a really cute little expression. She reminded me of like Marie Antoinette or something. So I just love the way that she turned out. And there's underneath. And she sits in here. Like so, like I said, there's an indoor fairy house scene, and there is her little, I don't know why this thread is attacking me today, but it is. Let me move that. Okay. And I'm gonna put her back in there, and she sits in there, but she can also sit inside. This top comes off, and let me show you what it comes with. Comes with a little fairy sticker, a handmade pencil. This is a little ceramic floral teapot, and the lids never did sit on all that well, but it just rests on there. Isn't that adorable? Let me get up close there. Very cute. And I will bubble wrap that and stick it back in here for shipping for whoever gets this, just because I know how fragile those are. And it also comes with this little fairy wish door, and it can be made into a pendant by adding chain or a charm on a keychain or something. And I made this little bag. There we go. I'm trying to get what I'm viewing ahead of me sideways, so bear with me. And then in the bag comes a little fairy dust bottle. That's what I'm calling it. And this has pink glitter in it. It's a pin of this fairy here. A little heart crystal with a pink embroidery thread, and these little tiny beads. I mean, they don't have a hole in them. They're just little baubles. So you get 3 of those as well. Let me stick that back in there. And then the very last thing is this little journal. And it has this one has the pink on the outside, a cover, and this is a key, a silver key. And I've just tied it up with some pink fibers, and there's a pretty pink leaf on there. And some cheesecloth on the inside, and this little journal. Just some fun little beads. There's a glass mushroom, pretty pink one here, and some little flowers and a leaf. And then that image just had little bits of stickle on it, but I didn't do that all throughout because it has little glitter in there already. So this, just a couple little tickets in there, and anybody that I've used for digitals, I will just put credit down in the description box below. Made this little tuck here and just put a couple of stickers in there, a little fairy sticker and a botanical sticker. And this is the journal, little hedgehog. And this flips over, little dragon, little fairy tale stuff. And I put reinforced all the folds, so this can last a long time. A little mushroom there, little bottle that has some glossy accents on there, and a couple little fairies in there, and a picture there. Lots of room for little notes, and a really pretty picture there. And that is the journal. And I will tie that back up in a minute when I'm finished. Oh, one of the baubles ran away. So that is the pink set. And because I was getting a lot of people asking me for more fairy things, I decided to make more. So this one has just dangle fibers from the top. Now when I do ship these, I will push this wire all the way down just to get it in the box for shipping. So whoever gets these will have to just, work it out a little bit once you get it out of the box. And this, again, on all the leaves, there's little glass beads and glitter and lots of gilding polishes. I used some waxes as well, and little skeleton leaves, pieces of leaves. This is the paper mache clumps here and there, just to give it that real forest look. Whoops. And this tones are like a teal, a blue, green, and that's what's on the side here for the wood. This is the door for this one. And little pieces of grass, and I don't know if I can do it justice with all the little things that are on there. Even on the sides, I put little glass beads, and you can see those here. And that is the inside. Let me get the leaf out there. So the floor is that wood look, the tree bark look, tree trunk. Let me get a good shot of the inside. Isn't it cool? And I did the sides too because I really wanted it to look like the inside of a fairy house. So I'm going to put that back here. Oh, let me show you her. And, they don't have names yet, so that would be really cute to name it. Little wings here and reddish hair. And she has her own little journal clutching in her hand. And let's see. There's her underneath. So let me take that off. Now a lot of it's going to be similar. So here's the sticker. Here's the pencil and the door and the teapot for this one. It has yellow and blue and pink with a little blue, little blue butterfly on it. Again, I will wrap that up really well. A little straggle there. Made this green bag. And it has a little green glitter for fairy dust. And here's the pendant for this one, or the pin. Little green heart crystal and the 3 baubles. Here is the journal. It's got a gold key and a leaf there, and just tied with some fibers like the other one. And take the first layer off. This is double layered. I used the Tyvek and a really pretty, I used lots of oxides, but the mica sprays, the Tim Holtz stuff, and leaf there. Here's the little fairy journal with some fun little baubles there, little beads. And there's the cover. The inside is similar, but there's a few differences. And the stickers, tickets, reinforced. And there's the little peekaboo door with the dragon. Little bottle. This has a little tuck with a little piece of bird ephemera and a picture there. And a little picture there. So I'm really happy with the way this one turned out as well. Let me stick that back in there. And I have one more. So you've seen the pink, you've seen the blue. And I have, of course, a purple. Now this turned out really cute as well. What's dangling from the top is just a flower bud petals. And it just turned out really, really adorable, I think. There's the side, just all purple. There's lots of the beading in purple tones and lots of detail on the leaves as well. And wrapped around with this leaf here. Here's the little purple mushroom and the different pieces of paper mache and the beading. And that's the box, little pieces of leaves. And here is her inside. Lots of little windows in there. I've just touched it lightly with some stickles, not overdoing it. This is her. Let me try to get her face. There we go. And she's pretty adorable. Purple underneath, purple and white. She's got a little hat on her and some wings with little purple and gold touches. That's her little leaf she sits on. Then you can see the inside better that way. And inside, this is her flower pot, teapot I mean. Flower teapot. And I'll put pictures in the community post and on Etsy. And there's the door and the pencil. And the envelope of all the different little bubbles. Here we go. And the pin. And it's purple fairy dust for that. Try not to lose those. And then there's the journal. Silver key. There's a leaf on there. I just love making these little outside of the journal covers. I think I pulled it a little too tight into a knot. And there's the inside. And the little beads. There's a little glass bead, a mushroom, flower bead. And this is this little journal, same thing, little tucks, little stickers, fairy door there, mushroom, little dragon. And this one has a pair of little fairy wings. Little castle in the back. So that is the 3 sets, and like I said, I'll put up close pictures just in case things weren't clearly seen. It's just so odd fighting with different views of the camera, so I'm working at it. But if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up on this video, and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate that. Next up is going to be, I have a prim one that's almost finished. And I also have a grungy, the 1800s, 1900s, shabby-ish one as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.